everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Monica with Amazon Plans, and surprise, surprise, I am back with a pen and ink haul. I got a pen that has been on my wish list for a hot minute now. It went out of stock and then the company brought it back, and then I have some inks that were on my wish list. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started with the pen. If you can tell by the title, I think you know what pen this is. This is the Esterbrook Blue Moon. I saw this when it first released, just did not have the opportunity to pick it up. And then it came back in stock and I was like, yes. So I love the cardboard packaging. It is so beautiful, so sleek. With the Esterbrook logo, America's Original Reborn. With the little clover logo here. Of course, it comes in its standard red clam shell box. Very nice. It is magnetic. You open it up. This is the warranty that you have a QR code. You can scan and register your pen. And here she is in her glory, the Esterbrook Blue Moon. Now, I want to see who can tell me what is different about this particular pen. Excuse my nails, they're jacked up. It's time for a redo, so yeah. Let's just start off with the basic specs. You have the Esterbrook Blue Moon resin with the gold trim. I love the cracked iced effect. You open it up and you have the nib. I did get this in a fine. What is that you see? An ink window. This is one of their new models, which has the button feel. So I'm going to grab an Esterbrook SD that I already have currently inked. Here is my tortoise. If I open it up, you see it does not have an ink window. And you don't see threading right in here. This is just your standard cartridge converter SD. The difference with this one, or the Blue Moon model, or the, excuse me, the button feel model, is you do have this beautiful ink window here so you can see how much ink you do have left. You're gonna open the back, excuse me, of your pen, or the end of your pen, to reveal the button. So you're just gonna press until you get a good feel, and then you're going to place this back on. And then you are gonna write until your heart is content. Now, I have not inked this pen, but I've kind of been holding it to see if I like it capped or uncapped. And all that means is that you can take the top of your pen and put it on the back. It's not back weighted cap, but I can comfortably write with this pen uncapped with no issues. Again, I did get this as in a fine. This is your standard Yovo number 6 nib. The thing I love about Esterbrook nibs, or any pen that has a Yovo number 6 nib, is that they're interchangeable. So if I got a specialty, like Esterbrook sells their grinds by themselves, like their specialty grinds, you can just get the nib. So I can just easily take this nib, screw this nib out of its holder without damaging the nib. And as you can see, it has that little tube right there to help the button feel pump, but you get what I'm saying. And all you got to do is remove that, and then the nibs are interchangeable. Let me put that back in there before I mess that up. But yes, the nibs are interchangeable. I might ink this up, who knows? So I'm gonna pull out my scale, and yes, I've had a scale for a while to kind of get a get all the specs of the pen. And this is just one that I got off Amazon. So we're going to I haven't used it in so long. The battery's not dead, thank God. Sorry for the glare. There we go. We can do that. So with the pen empty and the cap on, this pen weighs 28.2 grams. With the pen uncapped and unfilled, it is 19.3, and then the cap itself weighs 8.9 grams. Now, what I want to see is, does this SD, is it the same length as a regular SD, or I'm trying to turn the scale off, or is it a little bit longer? So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my pen holder here that I got from Galen Leather, and this is the Esterbrook SD button filled, and then here is your standard Esterbrook SD model. So as you can see, it is slightly bigger or slightly longer than the regular Esterbrook SD. So let's look at them uncapped. Are they the same length? Nope, just a little bit longer. And now I'm going to cap them just for the sake of argument to say that we covered all of our bases. Again, slightly longer than the standard Esterbrook SD. So if you like the comfort and the feel of the Esterbrook SD, the button feel shouldn't be an issue because it is the same shape, same width. It's just a little bit longer than your standard SD. So that is the Esterbrook SD in Blue Moon that I picked up from Atlas Stationers. And we're just going to set that off to the side. So let's get into the inks that I bought. I ended up getting 3 inks. And I'm so excited because I've wanted full bottles of these 2 inks for a very long time. And then the last ink that I got was in and out of stock and in and out of stock. So this particular time when I made this order, I was like, well, let me see if it's in stock. And thank God that it was, so I was able to pick it up. But the first 2 inks I got are Ink Vent inks, and if you know me, you know I love the color green. So I ended up getting Sugar Snap from the purple collection, and I think the purple collection is 2022, and then the green collection is 2023. And I got the Olive Swirl in that one. So I love the way the Ink Vent full-size bottles come. They come in this little, if I can get it out of the box. Out of the box. Okay, so this is how the ink is shaped. I love this. This is so cute, especially if you just want to display and you see all the shimmer that has settled to the bottom. So this is Sugar Snap, and then this is Olive Swirl. Oh, look, so pretty. I love these bottles. These are too cute. Oh my goodness, these are too cute. And then the last ink that I got is Linen Toolbar's Sesame Oil. They finally got it back in stock, and I don't want to cut the tape right here, so I'm just gonna get it from the bottom. But this ink finally came in stock, and I could not be more excited about it. And it came with some readings. This is in, I think, Taiwanese. I don't speak Taiwanese. A brief description of sesame oil. Let's see if it'll focus on my paper here. I'm trying to get it to focus out. Okay, it's not gonna focus. But it does come with the little description. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna swatch our inks in my Sterling Ink A5 notebook here. So yeah, what I have here is like a glass stirrer with a ball on the end. You can thank Leanne Likes for this one. Either Leanne Likes or Julia from Hey Julia here. So yeah, and then I have my Pilot Iro Uchi, I think I'm saying that correctly. Writing dip pen. Y'all know it's been a minute, so yeah. But we're gonna swatch Sugar Snap, which Sugar Snap is, and I took it out of the box. I've really messed that up, huh? Yeah. I think Sugar Snap is from the Purple collection, and this is a shimmer ink. So yeah. We're just going to shake her up just a little bit. And I'm just going to dip her in there. And you guys know I write to the side, so she is so pretty. I love this ink. And I don't think I've ever swatched it on my channel, but I can tell you this is one of my favorite inks. So this is Diamines. I don't have enough ink on my nib. And this is Sugar Snap. And this is from the Purple collection. And when I say I love this green is so pretty. Kind of reminds me of snap peas, if you know, you know. So yeah. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of snap peas. So that is Diamines Sugar Snap. And then we have Olive Swirl. Oh, Olive Swirl is so pretty. It's so dark. Ah. She is gorgeous and I love her. And I know I'm not supposed to shake the ink up so violently, but I want to make sure that I got all the shimmer that I could. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love this ink. She is so pretty. And I just have a plastic cup full of water. I would use a glass cup, but I'm afraid that I will. Yeah. So this is Diamines Olive Swirl. And this is from the green edition. And this is kind of, it says it's a medium nib, but it writes fine to me, so yeah. But that is Olive Swirl. Very, very beautiful ink. And then the ink that I'm really, really excited about is Linen Toolbar's Sesame Oil. I have, ever since I saw this ink swatched on a lot of people's channels, I have really wanting to get my hands on it. Look how it coated. Oh my gosh, look at that amber color. Goodness, that is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I may have to put this in my Esterbrook tortoise. Like seriously, this is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And this is linen toolbar. And this is sesame oil. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. This is such a beautiful ink. Oh my goodness. I could not be more happier. Oh wow. Yes. I am so excited. I am so excited. So I've decided while I was doing the swatches, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip test my Esterbrook SD. And I'm reaching over here. I have Waterman's Serenity Blue. I've always heard this is a good test ink. If you want to test out your pens, this is a good one to use as a test. Besides Pilot Iroshizuku's Konpeki. And I'm sorry, and I meant to say this earlier, but I'm sorry for my voice. I'm getting over a sinus infection. I had to go get shots last weekend and my voice is still on the mend. So I'm just going to dip test this pen today. I'm not going to ink it up. I'm sure you'll probably see it in a lineup in April. And I know I have not done a currently inked in forever. But, you know, life be lifing. So we're just going to. And this is the Esterbrook SD. And this is in the model Blue Moon. And this is with a fine nib. I've been partial to fine nibs lately. The nib writes really smooth, just like I would not expect anything less from a Yovo number 6 nib on an Esterbrook SD. And so I dip tested. And this is Waterman's. Serenity Blue. Okay, so there we go. The pen writes very good, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to expel some of the ink out of my bottle and put it in like a sample tube and let that just be my dip test ink instead of just dipping pens in here all the time. I don't know, something's telling me to do that. But that looks great. Okay, writes well. So, and I just put it in here. I'll flush it out here shortly. But yeah, you guys, that is it for this particular video. Thank you all so much. I'm sorry it has been a minute since I've done a video. Please forgive you, girl. It's been kind of crazy over here. It is currently Sunday afternoon and we went through some major storms yesterday here in Alabama. Just pray for Mississippi because they got a lot of damage. We got some damage, but not as extensive as Mississippi. But yeah, those thunderstorms is that particular time of the year. So, you know, we just have to be cautious. But anyway, anyhow, let's not get off into that. So, but yeah, this is my pen and ink haul. I am so excited and can't wait to, I still have my what am I trying to say? My ink vent inks that I'm going to use up, and then I will make sure to dip off into these. And then sesame oil, I am seriously thinking about flushing my Esterbrook Esty. I just had it in my hand, my tortoise, and putting sesame oil in there. Like, I'm really tempted to do that, but I'm trying not to waste any ink here. So yeah, but yeah, you guys, that is my haul. Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. If you would hit that like button, hit that bell, or hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. There are more videos to come. I'm batch filming today, so if you see some familiarity here, that's what I'm doing. I have to get it in where I can. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited about my haul, and that is it for this particular video. Oh, also, I am an Atlas Stationers affiliate, so if you would like to support my channel, I will have a referral link and or my discount code in the description box below. So if you want to purchase and get 10% off your order, some exclusions do apply. But if you want to get 10% off your order and support my channel, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, y'all, for real, this is it for real this time. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, in between time, you guys be safe, be blessed, and have a wonderful day. Bye.